Rich Rodriguez handed out the highest of praise about Bear Bachmeier after the game, including him in some Heisman talk. Was he serious or not?
You are Locked On West Virginia, your daily podcast on the West Virginia Mountaineers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What's up, guys? Welcome back in. My name is Mountaineer Paul. I am your host. This is Locked On West Virginia, baby, where we're sitting with Jackson Johnson on another episode of the show where we got a few different topics to talk about, and I am excited. We're going to go around Jackson's world of college football again today because why not? It's his world. We're just living in it. We're going to discuss Bear Bachmeier and his Heisman campaign. It's off to a pretty damn good start. Is it going to be his world of college football now? And also, Big 12 power rankings. We're going to look at that too. We're going to have Jackson give us his Big 12 power rankings. We'll just have to look. Even though I gave him no notice on this, he's just now finding out live. By the way, not a problem for the brain himself. This episode of Locked On West Virginia going to be brought to you by our good friends over at FanDuel. And look, when it comes to FanDuel, pretty simple. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 and make you holler. And if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Download the app today. Get started. Jackson Johnson.
When you win the parlays, you get these. That's not bad.
That's a 20. You showed us a $100 bill the last show. Now you're showing us a 20. So,
Ben Franklin.
That's good stuff. Oh man. All right. Let's run with it, man. I think the best thing to do is show Rich Rodriguez and what he had to say first. So here's Rich Rodriguez on Bear Bachmeier.
Hand him the Heisman. Yeah. And he's a good player. Tough, runs, everything we thought. And his accuracy on his deep balls was great. I mean, their guys made some nice plays and we didn't, but yeah, I thought he was outstanding. Really was.
Rashad gets a couple of carries tonight, but
so
yeah, he's not 100%.
Obviously, Jackson, if you're like me, did you detect a little sarcasm in that first statement?
Oh yeah,
hand him the Heisman, But here's
the
my
facial
thing.
expressions for those listening on audio are a dead giveaway. He just has a resting B face.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah.
I do think that brought up a good conversation though, because if I pretty much got the stage set for Bear Bachmeier. Let me do my rundown. How about that? We'll do my rundown. Avid Hunter wants to know if I have a neck. Apparently he's making a fat joke, which is cool. Whatever, man. I'll put you on the post of shame. We'll put you up for everybody to see. I mean, if that's your question, I mean, this is a football show. If I ever start a health-related show, I'll let you know, big dog. All right, let's move on over to my breakdown. So, okay, here's the stage, Jackson. Are you ready?
All set.
I'm in Provo, Utah, when they get the news Jake Retzloff broke the honor code. He had premarital sex and had to be shipped off due to the honor code because he didn't want to have to sit out so many games.
Yeah.
So that's where this kind of begins. Bear Bachmeier at the time is in Stanford going through, I think, spring camp, but I'm not 100% sure on this. I know he committed to Stanford at one point. So, he gets to Provo at just 18 years old. He beat out veterans. He beat out a bunch of dudes in training camp. And Kalani Sitake, in a really bold move with this veteran team that they have, it selects him tabs him to start. Pretty risky choice, right? But now BYU is 5-0, and Bachmeier is proven to be cool-headed, very big, leadership qualities showing, and a stabilizing force for a squad that could have crumbled after the Retzloff issues, right? So it's a pretty cool underdog tale, because he's from Cali. A lot of teams passed on him. He went to Stanford. He kind of trading palm trees for the mountains there, if you will. And the expectation coming in is you're supposed to win a Big 12 championship. So let's look at elite stats that it would give you a Heisman sense. Through 5 games, he's 79 for 115. That's almost 69% completion percentage. That's very, very good and bordering on elite. 1,048 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 1 pick through the air. That's an incredible 163.6 passer rating. That's not freshman. That's efficiency that ranks him among the elites in college football. He outpaces Devin Dampier. He outpaces others. He averages 9 yards in the air per attempt. So he turns routine plays into rhythm drives that keep defenses guessing, as we saw last night. Obviously, last night was a masterclass in a win over West Virginia, albeit a big beat-up team, a tired team, a team playing at 10:30 at night on the road. Still, it was a very big-time performance from Bachmeier, where he erupted for 350 passing yards, 18 to 25, but 72% completion percentage, elite with a touchdown pass and a rushing score. He also, if you look at his adjusted completion percentage rate, 78.3. So depth of target is around 8.8 yards. So Provo fans were chanting his name in that game, and they should have been. And he showed the kind of poise that separates good from great quarterbacks. He got dinged a couple times. He got hit a couple times. There was pressure a couple times, and he remained spotless basically throughout the game as a passer. Turnover free for the first 4 games of the season. His lone pick against West Virginia. No interceptions across his first 4 starts, completing almost 67% of his passes against Power 4 posts. In a league where mistakes can bury teams, man, that's ball security that can be game changer, especially post Retzloff. So BYU needed a steady hand to avoid the turnover pitfalls that plagued last year's offense, if you remember. So he's dual threat. I mean, you can't sleep on his legs. He has another 5 touchdowns, and it's on the ground, which takes him up, right? His total number up. He really had 10 total touchdowns coming into the game with no turnovers. I mean, it's insane, really. He was obviously a pretty big-time recruit, 4-star player. So it's not like he wasn't anything coming out. I'm not saying that. But he went to Stanford, right? So it wasn't like – it doesn't seem like Ohio State was knocking its door down or something like that. But I could be wrong. He seems to me like more of an underdog than an overdog. So he's got a brother in Tiger who it's a family affair, right? I mean, he is a speedy wideout that transferred from Stanford as well. So that was kind of a built-in safety net for them in Provo. And really, Tiger's been his biggest cheerleader, according to things that I read. It's a new city, far from home, and that brotherly bond has really helped fuel that rise. If you look at, Stanford, the flip, man, this was it took a leap of faith. Obviously, Stanford, not a good football team. BYU was a good football team, but you still had to go into a situation where you didn't know if you'd be the starter. It's a pretty whirlwind move that paid off instantly, really. And what could have been, it's a setback that could have been maybe irreparable for BYU had they not brought in Bear this year. I mean, of course, McKay Hillstead's a good player and others are. But, I mean, BYU's offense is looking insanely good right now. And this is post-Retzloff. I mean, it's looking as good as it would have looked under Retzloff at this point. So has he filled Retzloff's shoes? And then some. Retzloff not a big scrambler, although he could scramble. So, obviously he's at Tulane right now. And his numbers are not as good as Bear's. Let's just call it what it is. So he's a rising star. He's a true freshman. He's the best freshman in the country. He's got the full package. He's got an unlimited ceiling. And I think he's pretty elite. I mean, he's got it all. He's got arm talent. He's got wheels. He's got moxie. He's delivering in prime time as a freshman. He's already 2-time freshman of the week, Big 12 honored. And off the field, he's a grounded kid. If you watch his post-game stuff, he talks about loving living in a faith-based place like Provo, Utah, where he's already pretty much a folk hero at this point, only 6 games into his career. So Rich Rod's giving him a bit of an endorsement here, and I think BYU's eyeing a playoff push. Bear Bachmeier isn't just playing quarterback. He's authoring a little bit of a legacy here at BYU So I say, Heisman voters, watch out. Bear's just getting warmed up. That's my opinion. So, with all that said, to you, Jackson, if BYU gets into the playoff, is Bear a serious Heisman contender?
Yes.
I think he
Definitely.
is. I fell in love with the kid last night as a player. I really did. There's nothing to hate about him, you know. And I'm already, obviously a little bit partial to BYU now that I've gone up there and been around them and they've treated me so well. So obviously, outside of West Virginia, I'll be rooting for BYU. You know, I root for all the Big 12 teams when they're not playing in conference. But I mean, just generally, man. I just thought I would do a segment on Bear and all that kind of stuff because he deserved it and because Rich Rod brought this up. So let's go to break. I think it's time to talk about Jackson Johnson and his world of college football. We'll do it next. And this episode of Locked On West Virginia going to be brought to you by our good friends over at 5 Hour Energy. That's right. It's 5 Hour Energy. It lasts for 5 hours, but if you're Jackson, it lasts for 10 because he's an Energizer bunny. And it just got a flavor upgrade. Energy shots that deliver tasty caffeine in 17 bold flavors. Each 2-ounce shot packs the caffeine of a premium 12-ounce cup of coffee, plus B vitamins and nutrients with 0 sugar and 0 crashes. What I love most is how portable they are. Big taste, tiny shot. You can take it anywhere and get the boost you need. Look, I always reach for my flavor, and that's grape. I love grape. It's refreshing. It gives me a quick little tilt, lift up before a busy day. Jackson is cornholio if he takes his. I am cornholio. Enough with the boring, flavorless caffeine. It's time for your caffeine flavor upgrade with 5 Hour Energy shots. Get the favorites you love or be bold and try something new in store online at 5hourenergy.com. And, of course, our other good friends over at QO, formerly known as Open Phone. That's right, big time Open Phones up here. One of the tools that help make a big difference in business is QO, formerly known as Open Phone. It's the same great business phone system you heard me talk about before, just with a fancy new name. And here's why it matters. Every missed call is money left on the table, right? Well, when every customer conversation counts, you need a new phone system that makes you connected 24/7. Well, QO is the number one business phone system that streamlines customer communications. It works right through an app on your phone and computer, so no more carrying 2 phones or relying on the landline. Their built-in AI agent is a game changer. It can answer calls from after hours, capture leads, keep businesses moving, even when you're off the clock. See why over 90,000 businesses trust in QO, formerly known as Open Phone. Get started free and get 20% off your first 6 months at QO.com/LockedOnCollege. That's QUO.com/LockedOnCollege. And if you've got existing numbers with another service, no problem. QO will port them over at no extra charge with QO. No missed calls, no missed customers. It's segment 2. Let's crack open a do, guys, as we dive into Jackson's world of college football.
Ooh. So we're starting off those Big 12 power rankings, right?
Yep.
Well, I'll be honest. Number 1 and number 2 for me are Texas Tech and BYU, and especially with the way they've taken the conference by storm this season. Like it's just been impressive. I mean, like Texas Tech, we're looking at the score right now. They're still winning against Houston. I mean, they're just cheering them up like a chicken nugget. Like, oh,
Yeah.
good grief. And Iowa State. Well, no, you know what? Yeah. I'll still have Iowa State number 3. I mean, Cincinnati's unbeaten right now, but that's going to be a lot. That they're going to be losing real soon. But you know, I mean, I know like Iowa State lost today, but that was just a bad day, and they were hit up by injuries, and there's a reason why Iowa State was the underdog. Lots of injuries, but I think they're going to be bouncing back nicely. I mean, they always got guys like Rocco Beck. I mean, it's basically a 2020s reboot of Rocco's Modern Life in Ames, Iowa.
Right.
So,
What about
and-
Utah?
oh yeah. Well, Utah is number 4 for me. I think
Arizona
Utah,
State.
Arizona State, number 5.
Interesting.
But, yep. So I've got Iowa State, Utah, and Arizona State. And I'm going to be honest. I've got, you know what? I'll go with Cincy at 6. I'll be nice to them. So I've not been real nice to Scott Satterfield. I've been going at his record and the way he is at Cincinnati. But you know what? Maybe that changes
Yeah.
this season. I mean, it's looking like it, but let's see if Central Florida causes some traps next week. Number 7 for me is Kansas. But if they lose, then I have to really update these rankings. But that should be no problem there. Got Kansas number. Jalen Daniels, man. I'll cheer you up, man. And let's see. So I've got TCU at 8. So Hoover is getting them going. But right now they're tied at 14 apiece against the Colorado Buffaloes, circling those wagons. And I've got the Baylor Bear Necessities number 9. So I've got them number 9. Let me see. So I've got Oklahoma State last. But I've got West Virginia 15th, but they're better than Oklahoma State. Let's see. Arizona, they're 10th.
Interesting.
Colorado is 11th. So that I've got them at 11. Houston, well, my mistake. I've got Houston better than Colorado, so they're 11th. Colorado would be 12th. Okay, and I got West Virginia at 15, Oklahoma State at 16th. Kansas State's basically 13th. And holy
I think
cow.
you got them all, didn't you? Is that all?
I'm looking for number 14.
Who did you say? Baylor?
No, I got Baylor at 9th.
Kansas State? UCF?
Yeah. Yep, there's the one, Central Florida.
Yeah.
14th.
Okay.
I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's like Central Florida does not feel like a bowl team this year.
Right.
I don't know why, but it's just.
I'll give you mine. So I'm going to go with Texas Tech 1, BYU 2, Utah 3, TCU number 4 for now.
Oh, wow.
I've got Iowa State at number 5, Arizona State at 6. I've got Cincinnati at 7, Kansas at 8. No, Baylor at 8, Kansas at 9, Kansas State 10. I'm going to go with – it's where it gets tough, really, but I think I'm going to go with Arizona 11, UCF 12, Houston 13, Colorado 14, West Virginia 15, Oklahoma State 16.
There we go. So basically, like 3 through 14, we both differ on, but we both agreed on 1 and 2 and 15 and 16. Well, as they say, great minds think alike.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh man, and oh my God, Florida State's getting chewed up like a chicken nugget.
Yeah. Well, were you hoping they would be better since Alabama lost to them?
Well, that, and I want to see Miami, Florida State ACC title game rematch so bad.
Yeah, it's a big rivalry game for sure.
Yep. But at least I would be bragging that they're the top team of the state of Florida.
Right.
And shout out to Alex Dono of Locked On Canes and Locked On ACC.
The exact same score as Miami, Florida State, as Ohio State, Minnesota.
Let's see, because let's see what Ohio State's looking like. I mean, I know they were cheering up Minnesota. Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
This isn't exactly 1935 Minnesota, of course.
Right. Well, let's go through Jackson Johnson's world of college football after the break. Whenever we look at more from around the country, more scores to make you happy. And this episode of Locked On West Virginia is going to be brought to you by our good friends at FanDuel. And right now with FanDuel, it's pretty simple. You bet, you win, you make money. $5 will make you holler, and you can get $300 in bonus bets back if you win, right? So let's pick a bet, put down $5. If it hits, you unlock $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. You know, obviously FanDuel is one of those apps that can give you a little extra oomph if you're not really excited about a game. Pick a winner, pick a loser, get excited about the game. It's pretty simple. What are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com to download the FanDuel app today and get started. And we're back here with Jackson Johnson and his world of college football.
Let's go. Here we go. So we're looking at Texas Tech Houston, and going into the fourth quarter, they're leading 28-11. Houston has the ball at the Houston 38, 3rd and 2. And Ohio State chewing up Minnesota like a chicken nugget, 28-3. I bet those that have the Peacock app are real happy about that right now. They're like,
can we go by conference? Do you mind starting with the SEC? And we'll go over some games that we haven't said yet. Because there's one big game we haven't talked about yet. It's getting a lot of national attention in the SEC.
Ooh, which one is it?
You know, if you just look.
Ooh, Florida, Texas.
That's it.
Napier is saving him every time.
He's pulling a Neil Brown.
Oh my God! It's like, every time he does this, his butt is on fire. He always leads his team to big. Last year, it's winner, you're fired against LSU. What happens? They win against LSU. Right. Once again, today against the Texas Longhorns. Winner, you're fired. No way they're going to win. But they do. As the Swami, who is celebrating his 46th anniversary at ESPN, once said, that's why they play the games. And it's just like, my God, like a shutout of Texas in the first quarter alone. Like 16 of 29 completed passes, 263 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, it was a midday for Arch Manning, especially when he was having interceptions. I mean, it's like he's a little overhyped, and you know, that's not his fault because everybody's hyping him up. Right. I mean, his last name is Manning. It's like the royal family. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about your growing up or your teenhood or your latest fight with mom and dad over being 5 minutes late over curfew. That's how it is. You're the Manning family. Everybody talks about you constantly, in, out, everywhere you go.
Yeah.
That you're talked about constantly because of your last name.
Right.
And Arch Manning didn't ask for it, but you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But how about Dallas Wilson from the Florida Gators? I mean, freshman phenom. Am I right?
Phenom, buddy. He's a good player, no doubt about it.
Oh man, he's amazing. Like that was an amazing touchdown. I mean, he had some of that fancy footloose footwork against the
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Who's the best team in the league in the SEC right now? Is it Oklahoma?
Well, when they have Mateer, yes. But I will say they're freaking out over the fact that they got Michael Hawkins, and my buddy Austin's freaked out about it. But I tell him, here's the thing, though. They don't have a guy named Joe John as their OC anymore. They got Ben Arbuckle as their offensive coordinator. So if they can win this game against Texas, they're showing everybody. that they are going
Yeah.
to rock and roll in the AC. All those people that were saying, "Oh, Oklahoma's a disaster. Oh, it's going straight to hell with Brent Venables." Well, here's
Turned it
the
around,
thing.
didn't they?
Exactly. And secondly, there's a reason why I'm buying Phil Steele magazines every summer, because he had the Sooners in his top 10 list of surprise teams. Especially, he had him at number 1, I believe. You don't want to go against the man himself in those predictions.
He's so good at what he does. They've got so much. They got so many analytics, though. You know what I mean, to look through. That's really what it is. I mean, it's just the truth.
No doubt. I mean, it's like, and I'll go ahead and take a look at the stats against Kent State. I mean, I get it. It's Kent State. I mean, okay, not bad. I mean, 14 of 24 completed passes, 3 touchdowns, 162 passing yards. I mean, that's improvement already with Ben Arbuckle as your offensive coordinator. See, I mean, it's like, I know it sucks that they don't have John Mateer, but no problem. Michael Hawkins going to make sure he's taking care of business. And, if A&M can win against Mississippi State, like, just imagine it. Texas A&M and Oklahoma going to the SEC top. Not saying that will happen, though. But if it did, do you know what that would be like for the Texas Longhorns?
Well, I mean, it'd be like a Big 12 rivalry rematch,
Oh, yeah. It's like that. It would be so funny. And it's just, another week for now for Napier, but it's another win or you're fired game against Texas A&M next week, and then after that they got Mississippi State. But something tells me we're seeing Napier get, being talked about as he's going to get fired again, and then he just pulls one out somehow.
That's what he does.
I would get tired of that if I was Florida, but that's just me.
Any other games we didn't update?
Oh, man. Georgia, Kentucky. What's going on with Mark Stoops at Kentucky? I mean, I know that you're going to lose to Georgia. I mean, the last time you beat the Georgia Bulldogs was in November 21st of 2009 on ESPN2.
Right.
That was in Athens, by the way. And, yeah. It's just like the rumors about Mark Stoops saying, "I want out" to Mitch Barnhart himself. I don't know if it's true or not, but at the same time, when you're hearing those kind of rumors, that's not good.
He's had to go around and beg for money. I mean, he's complained about it a couple times, how tough it is to raise money there for football.
Oh.
You would think they would have more money to spread around because it's, Kentucky. Basketball makes so much money. But, I mean, they've had a tough schedule. I mean, let's give them that at least. I mean, Ole Miss, Georgia, South Carolina, those are tough teams to beat. I mean, you're only going to be expected to maybe win one of those. And then the one game you did play was against Eastern Michigan, and you struggled against a really bad team.
Mm-hmm.
Eastern Michigan's not good.
No, they're terrible.
So that was a 28-14 game at halftime.
Oh, no doubt. There's no doubt about it.
So I don't know. I like Seth McGowan. I think he's a good player.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens over in Lexington.
Yeah.
But
Neil Brown, man, I'm telling you, Neil Brown might get that job. Seriously. They want Neil Brown. They do. I'm telling you. If Neil Brown got that job, he'd probably do good there because it's just right where up his alley. And they've got a little bit more than what he had at West Virginia to work with. Because they're in the SEC. Now, I don't know if he's going to have what Rich Rod will have next year. So with that extra $5 million rolling over, that's going to help a lot. But we'll see. I want to see big names come to West Virginia next year.
That'd be cool.
And I want it to be done at Jackson Johnson's impetus.
That would be funny, man. Like Kentucky guys transferred over to West Virginia, man. That would be a win. They're
Jackson Johnson with breaking news. And I can just see you with a bow tie standing out in front of Kentucky's practice facility. Such and such. Seth McGowan is transferring to Rich Rod, and West Virginia.
Oh man. But the Bulldogs, of course, they're happy after a rebounding victory. But let's just see if it can keep up against Auburn, which I mean they will, but I'll bet you $40 that Auburn's gonna have another tight one against the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
oh God, like I mean, Auburn's just irritating. Like they always do bad on the road against ranked teams, but they always get their A game up for Alabama, Georgia at home.
There's a lot of them that want rid of their coach.
Oh yeah, they're kind of like they're gonna get tired of Hugh Freeze era, or they're gonna be happy with them. They're kind of like playing hot potato. What do we do, Scoob? What do we do?
Zoinks!
Yelp.
They're like bate, bate, chocolate, bate.
Chocolate.
You guys want to see what me and Jackson did after West Virginia game last night at like 3:00 in the morning? Oh gosh, can I find it? I'm sure I can if I look at my replies or in my yeah, there it is right there.
Oh, there you go.
Here we go.
Well,
This is what me and Jackson were doing last night at 3:00 in the morning. So that's what we were doing. What were you doing? That's what we want to know, because we were obviously loving life.
Especially at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah. So that's literally what we did.
Oh man. Okay. Texas A&M is getting it done right now with 13 minutes left in the game, and they're going to be taking that lead. And Oregon State still can't get a win. I mean, I know it's the Pac-12, but I call it the 2-pack. Oh man. Oh, the Big Ten. Ohio State 35-3 over Minnesota. Why are you spending your money on that game, people? No, wait. There will be good games.
What was the spread in that game for Oregon State?
Ooh, let's see. If they'll still show it. Let me see.
Looks like it was a here's something from 2 days ago.
Oh Lord.
Looks like App State was 1.5-point favorites, and Oregon State had a 2-point conversion in the fourth quarter.
Are we ready to have Trent Bray is going to get fired conversations? Something tells me that's coming. I mean, that situation is not his fault, but that's saying, where they're going to be next year. But at the same time, you didn't expect to be winless.
Right.
Oh, and there's a couple games there's a few games in the Big Ten that we didn't talk about today. Wisconsin, Michigan having a sloppy victory in a 24-10 victory on Big Noon Kickoff. And it looks like Luke Fickell may be keeping his job for now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to think Oregon State lost the greatest coach they're ever going to have, right? Jonathan Smith.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what they did there with him was insanely good. I mean, they were so good in 2022, especially. They were good in 2023 as well, but especially in 2022. And in 2021, they were okay. But, I mean, once he left and went to – where did he go? Boise?
Michigan State.
Michigan State. Why did I say Boise? Anyway, yeah, he went to Michigan State. So – I mean, it hasn't really worked there yet, but it's early. So
perfect segue to Michigan State as they lost 27-38 to the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think they'll get it turned around. It seems like it's been a really long time since Michigan State's been good.
Oof, for sure. But we'll definitely see Michigan State do better. They're gonna have a great game next week
I don't
against
know. Actually, now that I think about it, is this year number 2 for him there?
It's year number 2. And ironic enough, next week they'll be celebrating the 60th anniversary. Well, it'll basically be technically the 60th anniversary of the 1966 Rose Bowl when it gets to January 1st, 2026. But we'll be celebrating where UCLA spoiled Natty Hutch for Michigan State in 1965. Like, who'd have thought in 1965 they would be sitting there thinking, "Oh, we're going to be a conference game one day in the Big Ten." Yeah, right.
Yep. One other big piece of news that I want to get to, and I mean, we're kind of going late in the stream here, but that's okay because I'm going to clip this out and make it its own segment. So, West Virginia is currently hosting a 5-star player that is teammates currently with a West Virginia Alio Diom commit. So, Miles Sadler, 5-star guard, can really go. Really, really good player, man, for 2026, a top 25 player. I know you're not big on basketball, Jackson, but I mean,
I did my best with college basketball.
right. I mean, what are your thoughts on West Virginia basketball potentially getting a 5-star player?
Oh, that's huge, man. Like, that's a win right there.
Right. It would be a win. I mean, obviously, there's a lot that goes into that. There are going to be a lot of teams looking for him, being after him, the whole nine. But we're going to watch some of his tape here in a second, and then I'm going to do a breakdown on him because I don't think people realize just how good the kid is. Like, once you get up into the top 25, whether that's college football, whether that's college basketball, whether that's anything, it's elite, right? And he's the exact kind of player that Ross Hodge likes. He's that 5'10", 5'11", dynamo guard. He's at point, and he is absolutely elite. I mean, we're talking about a consensus 5-star rating with a 99.01 ranking or rating on 247 Sports Composite, Jackson. I mean, how high up is that?
Really high.
Does it get higher? A little bit. So let's look at some Miles Sadler stuff. I'm sorry. But I'll just let the play do the talking on a couple of these because you'll see. I'm probably going to do it, but nice alley-oop. Nice little hesitation. Beautiful spin move. Here he is. That's an awesome play there. In the corner he is. Just pulls it and absolutely splashes it with ease. Here he is atop the key. Just beautiful ball handling, beautiful passing. It's so gorgeous, man. You love to see it. Nice alley-oop from half court to a teammate. You love to see that. Here he is between the legs. He's so good at getting by guys and throwing oops. He's the pass first looking kind of guard. Step back three, just gorgeous looking shot. Let's break that down. So the quickness of the step back, he goes between the legs, and then look at him start to plant that right leg, Jackson. So he goes between the legs, and it's like he's going to do a cross or some kind of hesitation move, and he plants that right leg, and that's how he gets space at 5'11" to shoot it in somebody's absolute eye. And so there he is. He gets the space, bigger defender on him, and then look at that lightning quick release. And I mean lightning quick release. So you got the step back, you got the gather, and look at that form. You've got the L shape you want. The elbow is in. The hand is right on the side of the ball where you want it. Oh, a little bit too quick for me here. Let's try that again. And then you can see the ball is going to come right. So the ball, you can see right there, the ball resting right where it should, right on these 4 fingers and not in the palm. See, whenever I was a player, one of the things that I did a lot more than I wanted to was I let the ball rest in my palm. So, beautiful shot. This is a good player. Let's do the breakdown on him, and then we'll get out of here really quick for those of you asking about it. His name is Miles Sadler. Miles Sadler. Yeah, he's a good player for sure. All right, so here's my breakdown. Trying to think of best way to start this. I guess, he's 32 overall in the 247 Sports Composite. We talked about that. In ESPN, he's 37th overall.
Oh,
On 3, they've got him ranked top 40 at a 4-star rating. So that's the only one that has him in 4-star. He's the number 1 player in Arizona. He's a top 5 Canadian prospect, which has really turned out to be a great basketball kind of thing going on, right? I think this is possibly – do I want to really say this? Could be the biggest signing in West Virginia history if we can get it. Because we just don't get these kind of players very often. We don't even get them on campus very often. It just doesn't happen a lot for us. So his stock has really risen. If you look back to his sophomore year, wherever he was at Dream City Christian in Glendale, and he was very good there. He was also at the Peach Jam with Ali Odum. But he's on a rocket right now, soaring up. And his game is built on pure skill, really. He's a combo guard. He can run the show. He can score at all 3 levels. So his strengths are shooting, his scoring versatility, his ability to be a playmaker, his quickness, and his handles together are lethal. And he's got a great motor on defense. So, he hits plus 40% plus from 3. He pulls up from 30 plus, which you saw on a play there. He attacks the rim fearlessly. He's got several crafty finishes where he uses hesitation, Euro steps, floaters, you name it. He's a high IQ passer that threads the needle in pick and rolls. He finds cutters. He finds lobs. Very low turnover rate, by the way. He's got super quick handles. Like I said, lightning first step, faster than Jackson eats a chicken nugget. He's got shifty ball handling to beat defenders off the bounce. He really thrives in the transition game. And the best thing about him, possibly for Ross Hodge and what he wants to do, he's a relentless competitor, pesky on-ball defender that really loves to use his speed to disrupt passing lanes, which is why he's got right around 2 steals a game. He's only 5'10", so he can get bumped off his spot by bigger wings. So he definitely needs to add 10 or 15 pounds of functional strength to hold up in college. But, he's really, an elite player for West Virginia especially. He's a high major starter with NBA draft potential, in my opinion. Tyus Jones kind of player, somewhere in there that's a good competition. Obviously, he's been on business to Oklahoma, Arizona State, and others, but his trajectory is straight up. Let's get to the hot piss meter, or Jackson, you haven't met the hot piss meter yet, have you?
Oh, what's that?
Hot piss, baby. Rich Rodriguez, whenever he got hired as the coach, they asked him, how's Rich Rod going to do this? He's 62. And the person that was being interviewed said he still pisses hot. So this is the hot piss meter brought to you by Jackson Johnson. No, in all seriousness, though. So the hot piss meter is this. His overall score we'll get to, but on shooting, I gave him a 10 out of 10. He's elite from deep range, elite mechanics, 40% plus from three, and he's a high volume shooter from three. So, I mean, he shoots several a game. As a playmaker, you give him a 9 out of 10. He's a visionary as a passer. Go look at some of his highlight stuff. Low turnovers. He averages between 6 to 8 assists per game. Very good in structured sets. He can thread the needle. His scoring versatility is a 9 out of 10. He creates off the dribble at all levels. He's got crafty finishes. His defense is a 7 out of 10, So it's something that absolutely needs to be improving, and I'm hoping that it does with some more size. He gets in the passing lane, but, I mean, like, he's a smaller guard, so he can be attacked. Athleticism / physical tools, we'll call it. I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. He's got explosive burst and ability for his size. Elite first step. He is 5'10", so he needs to add some college functional strength, like I said. So that makes it a great score. I mean, overall, you've got to give it a 43.8 out of 50, somewhere in there. I added an extra 0.8 because I think he's closer to a 44, and it could go higher. But yeah, so that's how I analyze him. I think he's a great player. Jackson, you got anything else you want to say before we get out of here? Any other finals we need to know about?
Let's see. UNLV smacking Wyoming. What else is new on that? Texas Tech is showing everybody why they're the class of the Big 12 again by getting another touchdown. Miami just smacking Florida State 28-3. Oh, now we have a 28-3 with Texas A&M Mississippi State 21-14. TCU over Colorado. Kansas has the lead over Central Florida 27-20.
All right. Well, we can check the rest of these out tomorrow. Jackson and I will go preview next week coming up during the bye week and other days of the week, and we'll be here to show you that. So thank you guys so much for joining in. Make sure you find Jackson on the Voice of College Football Alabama channel. You can find him here on Locked On West Virginia a couple of days a week. He's also covering Rutgers. He's covering every team in the country. He is the man that is everywhere, and this is his world of college football. And I will see you guys on the next one here at Locked On West Virginia. Make sure you find us wherever you watch your YouTube shows or on podcasts, Locked On West Virginia. And don't forget, another big moment for Locked On fans, college football fans, and the like is Locked On and Fire TV present College Football Kickoff, your ultimate college football weekly preview, where Drake Toll of Locked On Big 12 leads the conversation along two-time AB Coach of the Year Gary Patterson, former college star Jesse Holley, and Locked On's local experts. It's a college football preview only Locked On can do. Catch College Football Kickoff every Thursday throughout the season, only on Fire TV. For Jackson, for me, us two Wookiees are out of here, man.